Last week, Yuna. This week, Moyet. We are truly being spoiled here. The comment of the week came from Adam Rakim. You all know this guy?
Nah.
I've heard of him.
Yeah?
I've heard of him.
Familiar.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, man.
But good to have Moya. Yeah, definitely. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Balls Deep, everybody.
Let's go.
Episode 58.
One more episode. 58.
Episode 58.
58.
As you can see, it's a Harvinth episode. So I'm now placed in the middle. But most importantly, we actually have a return. A return of a fan favorite.
Yeah.
And his name is...
Yeah.
welcome back, Leonard. Welcome back. It's been a while, bro.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks.
How many episodes have you been missing already? When was the last time Chelsea won?
38, I think, right?
38 weeks. Whole season.
It feels like the whole
season. It feels like
38 weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, so Graham our producer Graham just
53.
gave us some stats there. You know, some balls deep stats. The last time Leonard was on this show was episode 53.
53, wow.
Do you know whether that was a good episode for you, or was it? What was Chelsea?
I think we won that
You think
episode.
right?
Yeah, I think we won.
I think
that
you and
episode.
Mark were both on this episode, right?
I think we beat United. That
But it's good. It's good to have you here, bro, because we definitely need to get into some Chelsea stuff.
Yeah.
In a bit, right? But before we do that, let's introduce ourselves. Unko Idris, resident Arsenal fan of Balls Deep, and on my right, the furthest to the right.
Div here, also Arsenal fan. Doing good. Pride of London and North London is red.
London is red, bro.
London is red, bro.
Yeah. And to my right, immediate right.
Moya K. Manchester is not red. Unfortunately.
It's not been red for quite a while. And all the way to the left.
Yeah.
Adam Rakim, first time comment of the week.
Oh yeah, congrats.
King stuff.
Congrats. I think Adam, you need any sort of win right now, right?
Yeah.
So I think you getting comment of the week is
What are you guys talking
mad
about,
respect.
man? Liverpool won over the weekend, right?
Yeah, 4-2, man.
You were in the game, right?
Against Manchester United.
Battle of the Reds.
Battle of Reds,
Shout
right?
out to all the fans that went to go and watch
Yeah.
Battle of the Reds.
We got one particular fan though.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Okay, so
Tell us about this guy.
I got this fan. His name is Tariq. I think his name is Tariq.
Shout out Tariq.
Shout out
His
Tariq.
name is Tariq.
Yeah, no, I know his name is Tariq, and he gave me match attacks cards to give to everybody. The only issue is there are only 2 non-Liverpool related cards. So there's one really.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And then I guess this is.
Anyone? I think we give this for Kavin.
Give that
Kavin, right?
And then
Kavin's
the
favorite.
rest are all Liverpool. So shout out Tariq. The cards are well. Oh, the cards are well here. Shout out Tariq.
Yes, shout out Tariq. Thank you so much, Tariq. I was always a big fan of match attacks when I was
You
a
should
kid.
grade this, It's probably like a 1.
Okay, shut up, man. Okay. Dude, this is I saw it. I think Adam, you told us in the group chat and you sent us photos of the match attacks cards, and then immediately I said, I'm chopping this 100
I think he
club
gave
of
that. I think he
Osaka.
gave that for you.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, shout out Tariq though. Shout out Tariq.
Thanks, Tariq.
Thank you, Tariq.
You can hold it if you want.
In the future, when
Yeah.
we get fans meeting us, it's possible we should get money, instead, right?
Yeah.
More value
Right.
than Arsenal cards.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think. Leonard here. I'm once in a while a Chelsea fan. Today I'm supporting PSG.
Okay.
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 Classic.
PSG.
Okay.
Follow where the money
But
is.
before, before we get into League One, right?
What?
Let's stick to the I'm talking about your PSG joke, bro. Yeah, let's stick to the EPL, right? We are now majority, we've only got 3 games left of the season. With teams like Manchester City obviously having a game in hand, right? With 4 games. 3 games left. It's been it's coming to an end. And there were some big results in this past week. And starting with, I guess we should start off with the biggest game over the weekend, right? Which is the North London derby, right?
Why would you say it's the biggest game of the weekend?
Because Arsenal is in the title race, and it was a game where we were playing against
City
our
is also in the
biggest
title.
rival. Yeah, but they were playing against Forest, bro.
What do you mean?
They were playing against Forest, bro. What puts the butts in the seats, man? It's the North London derby, bro.
Playing against Spurs of all team. Does anybody rate Spurs
Hey,
on this table? Does anybody rate Spurs on this table?
The whole of England were rating Spurs at one point.
Obviously, you're asking the wrong people here because I would never rate Spurs, right? But it was a big win for Arsenal over the weekend, right?
Lucky win?
It was a 3-2 win. And it was
win?
not a lucky win.
No?
It was not a lucky win. It was a...
I felt like always Spurs were lucky to get the 2 goals.
Yeah, Spurs were very lucky that we gave away those
away
2
2
goals.
What do you mean you gave away? Okay, put it this way. If that first goal went in for the 1-1, and Spurs were starting to attack like mad after they got their first goal.
But
and
did it?
That came their
But did it
second
though?
goal.
What was the
But
score?
did it
though?
though?
What was the score? At
No, but did
halftime?
it though? Because I don't think it did.
What do you
I
mean?
believe the game in the first half, it ended 3-0.
Yeah, it's because of
3-0.
Varsenal. It's because of Varsenal.
Oh gosh, here we go again. Here we go again.
Leonard, I'll give you your
I'm just
piece.
gonna-
I'll give you your piece later, right? Because we're gonna jump from Spurs and we're gonna talk about the Arsenal versus Chelsea game after this and see where you're at. We're gonna see where Chelsea is at. But before we do that, right?
All right.
Let's pour some love, right, to the club that Div and I support. Right? The only club right now that is remaining in the title race against the behemoth that is Manchester City, who unfortunately beat Nottingham Forest 2-0, right? So we have, let's talk about the game. Div, what do you think about the Northern Derby over the weekend?
I thought the setup was interesting. Okay, you put Havertz back on top, and then I think the midfield, Partey, Rice, and Odegaard. I think what we were dreaming of at the start of the season, right? And you can see why.
Yeah.
There's so much control, but there was also progressive passing out of that because Partey, I feel, has the athleticism, but also the forward-thinking kind of mentality to drive the team forward, right? But fair play, Spurs did come off the blocks very quickly. They played their high line, which on paper seemed like they were going to control the match from there. But was ultimately the undoing from the second goal when when Havertz had a long ball over the Saka. But I felt a bit nervy at the start. I felt like Arsenal were biding their time. You didn't usually come out of the blocks and control the game that they usually did. But set pieces once again, man.
This seemed like an Arsenal game like a couple years ago. This seemed like Arsenal bottle all written on it. Right?
Yeah.
Can you agree? Yeah, 3 games left for the season. Big stakes. It just felt like Arsenal were destined for a loss. So the fact that you guys came over it 3-0 at halftime, I think it's mad lah, regardless of luck.
Yeah, I mean, because ultimately, when we lost to Aston Villa, right? And then after that, we lost to Bayern Munich. It really had telltale signs of, that's it. The pie is crumbling, right? For Arsenal.
That being said,
you're very confident about it, but there's a photo here of your story where you're quite worried, after
the
6
first half,
minutes.
That was not the first half.
After 6 minutes,
Not
right?
after 6 minutes. The last 6 minutes.
the last 6
Every Arsenal fan was buried in their couch.
Bro. Yeah. No,
I saw Idris' story as well.
Man, dude, because, Leonard, you asked, is it really a big game, right?
Yeah.
There were so many things going into this North London derby, more so than usual, because, like I mentioned, we lost Aston Villa, we lost to Bayern Munich, it looked like we were crumbling, and then we came back and we beat Wolverhampton, and then we went to Chelsea.
Yeah, but
do you want to laugh? Do you want to laugh to that part also? Laugh out. You laugh at us beating Wolverhampton and laugh out that we beat Chelsea.
So I just want to go back to that. You lost against Bayern and you lost against
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa, right?
Yep.
I think the one thing that you guys are discounting in the title race is that particular week didn't go too well for even City and Liverpool. So you were all on a low,
Slumping.
right?
Well, you're talking about how City also lost to Real Madrid,
and City also lost. I think they also lost to another team in between, but maybe I was wrong. But Liverpool for sure lost to Atlanta, and they also lost to
Everton.
No, even
After
before that. It was
we drew to United, we drew to Crystal Palace.
Right.
Yeah.
all
So it
those
was
slumps.
all on a it was all on a slump, right?
Yeah.
But I think at that point in time, the question was, especially after the Champions League games, who was going to pick themselves up?
Correct.
Right? 2 teams did.
Yeah.
1 team didn't. We'll get to that team later, of course.
Yep.
But I think it's telling that, Arsenal, if I ask you right now, of the 3 teams, right, let's just bring Liverpool back in the conversation. If you ask me right now, who's playing the better football, right? Without hesitation, I say it's Arsenal. Right? But at the end of the day, I'm thinking to myself, you can play the best football in the league, you can score the most goals, you can concede the least goals, but right now you're up against that behemoth that is City, and you are still praying for a slip up. right?
All we need is a draw, man.
No, the thing is, you talk about like from last season, right? You would say it's progress because by this time, and maybe it's attributed to the fact that the experience of last season taught the players to existing there. Arteta probably got his personnel changes right as well. I mean, Harvinth has been banging in the goals. And he's been quite a big game player as well in the run-in, right? So I think the mentality shift is quite apparent. Raya made a mistake yesterday, I understand. But I think the confidence that he has shown in the back line.
He got bored, bro.
There's a reason why he had 6 clean sheets in a row.
He's won the Golden Glove.
He's won the Golden Glove. Actually, I think Pickford could technically still tie with him, but I get your point. Right? It's still an upgrade over Ramsdale, which people didn't expect at the start of the season. And I think these... look, you look at the past seasons, right? By this point, a team that had Arsenal's form in 2024 would have already walked the league by now.
Yeah, correct.
But you're coming up against, as you said, City. City have set such a high bar that you can have a season like how Arsenal have had and still
no room for mistake,
slip up.
No room for mistake, man.
And you know, even Liverpool for that matter, right? Previous seasons, maybe in 20 years ago, they'll be running away with the league as well. Or be very close in winning the league, right? But
97, 98 points, still never winning the league.
But for the time being, right? Arsenal only has United to face, right? That could actually dent their hope.
Anyone could, bro.
Anyone could.
Anyone could.
Point, right?
I mean,
3 games left. 3 games left.
We got Bournemouth, and then it's United.
Big six United are left.
It's Bournemouth, United, and then Everton on the last day, which
but
is
City don't have that.
which
right?
is
actually I
City
would
has
be
an easier
I
running,
would be
right?
more worried about Everton.
I
would be more worried about Everton.
Yeah, exactly.
Spurs,
Yeah.
But you know,
And
I
Chelsea,
I was here last week.
I think so.
I was here last week and I said, look, about Arsenal right now is you guys gotta forget about playing pretty football. Right, you guys just gotta get it over the line, secure the result, no matter what it takes. And
That's
I
why
think
it's damn ugly when watching Arsenal play.
but I think
damn ugly.
I think that is
looking at
exactly
Ben White being a cunt on pitch,
What do you do?
unhooking the gloves.
Dude.
No, but I love it, man.
No,
When Son wanted to take the penalty, he started insulting Korea.
My favorite
him.
thing. So my favorite thing Ben White did over the last week was against Chelsea when he
Enzo.
pushed Enzo closer to the goal.
No. That was Saliba. That was Saliba.
But Ben White, he just took Kukurea and he threw him like a sack of sand.
And then he scored the goal after
he
that.
scored the goal
Right?
after that, yeah.
Okay, so I mean, ultimately, right? There's a lot of things to talk about when it comes to how many points are on the board, how many games we have left, right? Which is all boring mathematics stuff,
Yeah,
right?
boring.
But let's talk about the fact that we owned Tottenham, right? It was St. Tottenham's Day, right?
No, I don't think
it means
Tottenham.
Bro, I don't even want to listen to what
Own
nonsense
Tottenham.
opinion that you have about how we did not own Tottenham,
Yeah,
bro.
the first goal was definitely not an offside.
What are you talking about?
You're talking about Mickey Van der Wen's goal.
Yeah.
How is it not offside? They do the lines.
Football law, it hit the last player who? Saliba. Before that was Tom Yam Soo.
Don't be a football
Tom Yam
law,
Soo,
bro. When-
Saliba, and then the ball went through.
When a forward pass is played, that's when they see the offside line.
that's
They don't
true.
care about the ricochets in between, bro.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
the first forward pass.
You're just on Twitter, bro. You're just
Don't
you're
say
looking
what,
at these
bro.
Spurs
I
fans
know,
on
but
Twitter.
trade prep
No, I'm gonna say,
referees-
man, even expressions did it's not like this, bro. Even expressions admitted that they
First,
got
this
played
thing
out the
was
park,
so bad, man. And then after that, Harvard's goal was the same goal that how Chelsea was ruled out for their foul. It was the same thing.
Okay, no. Okay, I got a way to handle this. Okay,
Let's talk
so,
about
okay, that's what your opinion is about how we didn't own Spurs, right? But
Yeah.
did we own you guys?
Yeah.
Well,
Did we own you guys?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
final. Sure. I mean,
No, honest opinion, right? What is your thoughts right
you
now?
all went 1 week too late after the Champions League knockout. So you guys went the week later and thought you will play in Champions League where it matters to just beat 5-0. It's like, oh, okay.
It does matter
But
the
what does it
title
do?
race though.
So wait, hold
What
on,
does
hold
that do?
on. Let it.
What
So
does that actually
do
do?
you actually in your mind, in your brain, right? In your mind, do you actually believe that Arsenal does not play quality football?
Yeah,
You actually believe that?
I actually believe that.
So what is your opinion on
I
Arsenal?
actually
then?
believe that.
Who plays quality football?
No.
City plays quality
No.
football.
What do you think of
City plays
Arsenal? You want to talk right? Talk.
What I think about Arsenal is that they
Speechless, bro. Leonard is speechless.
They are getting wins where it don't matter.
In a title race, beating
God.
your North
Do you know
London
where we
rivals
are right
away
now,
from
bro?
home?
You are on top of the Premier League with City right behind you and a chance to end your season just as Chelsea is ending, trophyless. What?
You're ninth, bro.
What? Bro.
Okay.
Okay, you're second, but what trophy are you going to get?
You're there
Okay,
first.
okay. Reese, I'm pretty sure that every Arsenal fan, right, 3-0 up at halftime, he started the second half well. Right?
Yeah.
Just ignore it.
But why did the game turn out the way it turned out in the end, 3-2? Why was it so tight?
I think that it was all down to sheer bad luck, bro. You know, bad luck for us and good luck, really good luck for Spurs, because like we had it in the bag. You know, we ended it 3-0 and then we went to the second half and you could see that that Arteta was ready to bring on, you know, Martinelli to replace Trossard, maybe even bring on like Nelson to like rest Saka, and you know, which he did. He brought on Martinelli, right? But yeah, it was all down to David Raya. He was not stimulated enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
It seemed very weird to see him.
Yeah,
do
it
that.
was-
seemed like
I
there was
think
no
he
much
wanted
pressure.
to make that pass.
He
to
wanted to make the
Partey,
pass,
and then he hesitated,
yeah.
but it was too late.
He hesitated last second, pulled back that leg, and then that long field cross ended up being just a lob to, of
what was
all
Romero?
people,
What was
Romero.
Romero, yeah, what was it?
Right? I think, you know, all in all, right? You look at this North London derby, right? Any North London derby, no matter if we're chasing for the title or we're in 8th or whatsoever, it is always high stakes, you know?
Yeah.
It's bragging rights, you know what I mean? It's
sure.
bragging rights for Arsenal fans and for Spurs fans, right?
What Spurs fans?
Yeah, you know?
Aaron, shout out Aaron.
But the thing is, right, is that I looked at that Spurs lineup and I look at the players, right? And I look at how Ange has shaped that team, right? Especially from a personality perspective. I didn't see any like North London derby energy
Yeah.
from the Spurs players except for Romero. As much as I
Richarlison when he came
as
in,
much
like,
as
you
I
know.
hate Romero, right? Because you know I think he's a dirty centre back, right? And he's a Spurs player, but he showed up to the North London derby. He showed up to the North London derby, and you could see it. There was a lot of fight into it. He knew what was at stake, bragging rights, etc. He knew it. But then you look at other players, the new ones, like for example, you know, like the Madisons,
Yeah.
Quiet
the
game.
Poros,
Even
you
the
know.
like Sons, who's
Yeah,
been there for like
and Son, dude, honestly, Son is a shadow of himself since, you know, his best friend Kane has left.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's not at his full potential anymore. He's trying to score goals on his own. But then ultimately, at the same time, I also found it quite weird that Richarlison didn't start.
Yeah.
You know, because if it was any way for you to try and counter the strength and the physicality of number one defense in the league, by the way, right? With Saliba and Gabriel, you put in Richarlison at least, right? But they didn't.
Oh.
You know, and then Ange decided, you know what? I'm gonna. Who was it? I think it was Son, right? I think Son was
No.
there.
Werner was
Werner
not
out.
Sorry, Werner, yeah.
Werner out after what? 16 to 20?
I think
Yeah,
Brendan
60 minutes,
Johnson, he should have started with Brendan Johnson.
He should have started with Johnson.
He should have
Yeah,
started with
he should
Brendan
have. I mean, yeah. Aaron, shout out to Aaron. He said it in the chat, right? He said that he prefers, as a Spurs fan, he said he himself prefers Johnson over Werner, and I think everybody prefers anybody else over Werner. To be honest, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I think.
Let's just talk about Spurs for a bit, just a bit. And I think I'm going to say something that's kind of unpopular right now. But I think this next season is going to be a bit harder on Ange than this season's been. So I think Ange has sort of overachieved this season if he finishes 5th. But he's giving me De Zerbi vibes.
Like what? One season wonder kind of thing?
No, it's not one season wonder. It's more of stubbornness.
But I think it depends. But I think it depends on what his transfers are, because
no.
I feel like his transfers were good, you know, for Spurs.
Yeah,
this season.
so you know what? At the end of the day, you could get. Let's just say he gets his ideal transfer window. I think if you see an Ange team play, he's still going to stick with that 9-man high line.
Yeah.
He's still going to be susceptible to balls over the top, quick counters, quick transitions. And it's the same thing with De Zerbi. De Zerbi for Brighton this season. For, you know, everyone is saying he's going to be the next Liverpool manager. He should be in line for the next United job, blah, blah, all that stuff, right? He's having a crap season, you know, De Zerbi. He's bottom half of the table. He's got 11 wins, the same number as Sean Dyche.
Wow.
But, you know, at the end of the day, it's all down to naivety and stubbornness of not wanting to move away
That's some
from the
ball
way he
knowledge,
plays football, right? And I think Ange will suffer from the same thing. Every other good manager in the league, you know, you talk about your Artetas, you talk about your Klopps, you talk about your Peps, right? They have a plan B. They are flexible, right? If I need to push up, I will push up. If I need to defend a 2-goal lead, 1-goal lead, you know, I'll throw in an extra centre back or I'll play more conservative, right? They're always ready to do that. But for me, I always see Ange trying to persist with this high line, and it's going to bite him in the ass when people finds him out, and that's going to happen next season. So
you're saying that Spurs will never improve and they'll continue to be the way they are for the past 20 years?
I think unless Ange, gets wisens up a bit to the league, he may find next season to be difficult.
But that's the thing, right? Because going back to my comment earlier about how the mentality of this Spurs team going into that North London derby is far from the usual, like tenacity that we're usually accustomed to. I started thinking, is it because Ange Postecoglou this past whole season has always been the mate, right?
Yeah.
Chill.
That's his thing, right? That's his thing. That he's like the mate, right? He's so friendly to reporters. He talks about how he cares about the well-being of his players, mentality, emotions, etc.
Yeah.
So is it maybe Ange being too much of a nice guy
Too soft.
it has,
It's too soft.
and he's imparted it to.
He's like,
I mean,
Pochettino.
to be fair, you could see it in the press conference. The loss kind of hurt him. I don't think he was crying, but he was kind of sad
right.
at the press conference. So I don't think
Good.
I don't think you can say that he doesn't understand the importance of the fixture.
Yeah.
But I can definitely see that there's less passion in that team. I mean, you look at it, right? When you had Harry Kane in the team, he's actually from Arsenal, right? But he understands the importance of the derby, right?
Yeah.
Is there any actual Spurs player in that starting 11? I'm thinking Ben Davies.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it?
Ben Davies will
Davies
probably
Ben
be
Welsh,
Ben Davies and
right?
Son. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean?
Son should be having it.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, Son should definitely be having it. But then you could
see
see that he was very demotivated because, like I said, I think he
37
definitely
minutes 3-0 down.
Yeah.
It's like
I mean in general, because I feel that he has definitely been
Time
demotivated
for Son to go?
since Harry Kane left, right?
too late for him.
Time for Son to go?
I think it's too late for
long-term
him.
contract. He's the club captain.
31 years old.
All I
right?
can say is when I was watching the game, I kept pointing my finger at Son, right, and saying, "Look at this fucking loser, man." You know why? No, you know why?
damn bad,
No,
man.
you know why I said that? It's not
That's
just
damn
because
bad.
it's
Son
not
is
just
like the
because.
nicest player in Spurs.
Listen.
Screw
It's
it,
not
I
just
never liked Son.
exactly. It's not just because he's a Spurs player. It's because myself as a football fan, as an Arsenal fan, will be ready to admit that guy is absolutely mercurial, bro. Son in his good day back in a few
Of
seasons
course
ago,
lah.
absolutely unreal. And the
Take him
fact
at
that
Liverpool
that
any other day,
talent
bro.
is
Yeah.
going trophyless for this long, fucking loser, man.
What about
He
Harry?
should've left.
Harry Kane.
That's like Harry Kane.
No, because Harry Kane, I just really don't like him. But, Son, I really like the way he played. Because even before he moved to Spurs, I was a big fan of him when he was at Leverkusen, right? So I've always had that soft spot, but then I was sad that he left for Spurs. And then now last night I was watching him and then, I was just like, you're trophyless, bro. That talent is insane to go trophyless. And it was all because he signed that Spurs paper and sold his soul to fucking Daniel Levy, And then now he's how old? 32?
31, I think.
31?
32.
Yeah.
Where is he gonna go? Win a cup in Saudi or whatever?
can't
I
go
can see
anywhere.
it happening. But
Okay, I'll take him at Liverpool.
yeah.
I'll just say that right now. I'll take
But
him at Liverpool.
another thing that I want to say, right, about the Northern Derby, right, is the fact that this is more of Arsenal stuff, but Arsenal has not done a back-to-back away win against Spurs
36 years.
in 36 years.
You know
something
what
like
happened the last time we did it?
You won the
We
league.
won the league. I'm so sorry.
that. No, even Arsene Wenger never did that. Even Arsene Wenger has never done back-to-back away wins at Spurs.
Fucking loser, man.
just because Spurs had that Spurs in them lah.
Yeah.
Nowadays, they lost.
Okay. Fuck the North London derby.
All right, let's talk
move
about
on,
Arsenal
man.
Chelsea.
Nobody cares.
No.
Nobody cares about that.
5-0.
No, I think it's before
Let's
we
move
move
on to another game.
before we move on.
Okay,
Before we
so
move
what
on,
we talk
right?
about?
Because I'm in the middle now, right?
What?
Before we move on, right?
What are we
I
gonna
think
talk about?
it is also important to do a quick overview, right, of where Arsenal now stands in the title race after winning those two games, right?
Okay.
Because we beat Chelsea 5-0, and then after that we beat our local rival
Sorry, what was the first result again?
5-0
Yeah.
against Chelsea. The billion bottle, what is it? $1
$1
billion,
billion
$1 billion
bottle
pound
job.
bottle job, right? But now
I'm just gonna check something.
now
I'm
we
just
are
gonna
number
check
one
something.
on the
I'm just
league.
gonna
Now we are
I'm
number
just
one on
gonna
the
check
table.
something.
Yeah, check.
Check something.
We're number
go
one.
on here, check what you
Check
talk.
something.
We're number one on the table,
Gonna check
and I believe
something,
we
okay?
are on 81
Let me
points.
read to you our injury list here against Arsenal. Reece James, hamstring. Ben Chilwell, knee injury. Nkunku, Cole Palmer,
Unknown. It says unknown.
Ugo Chukwu, Levi Colwill,
He can't even say the name of his own players, bro.
Malo Gusto, Robert
Bro, it's not like
Sanchez,
cartoon characters, man.
Romeo Lavia, Wesley Fofana. Let's see, who did we play with? Holy shit.
Okay, name me the
We played with
players.
Jesus Christ, you know.
I want you to
on
name me
our
the
right
players,
back.
and then I want you to tell me how much they cost.
Okay?
Name me players and then the price, the fee of those players.
Nicholas Jackson, 20 million.
Nicholas Jackson, 20 mil.
Yeah.
Okay, Mikhail Mudryk.
Mudryk, 60 mil.
No.
Don't,
give me
bro.
that shit.
This guy,
Don't try to cut us some
is
spare
60
change,
mil.
bro.
the value you bought them, not the current transfer.
Check for me, how much is
Bro,
Mudryk?
Mudryk was what, 80, right?
It's 100 mil,
He's
bro.
100
mil.
He
100 mil.
funded the war and you
Gallagher free. Madueke free. Caicedo
Madueke was not free.
Dude, I don't look at this
Caicedo.
ball knowledge, bro.
Caicedo.
and Enzo a combined fee
Of 200 million. Caicedo 115 mil.
Kukurela.
Wait, what?
60.
No.
What are
It
we
doesn't
doing
matter,
here?
man. You can go through all this.
Yeah,
just
no,
makes it
I'm
worse.
telling. Okay, we a few weeks ago we brought up when Liverpool was, I don't know, Liverpool had a weakened side and all, but Chelsea is with an injury
We didn't lose 5-0 to anybody.
Name
though.
me.
side.
Name the starting 11 that play against Arsenal.
Jackson, Mudryk, Gallagher, Madueke, Enzo, who's been playing with an extra nut for the whole season. Caicedo, Cucurella, Badiashile, Disasi,
Excel Maldini, bro.
Alfie.
These are all established. These are all established players.
There's a World Cup winner in there.
He's pretending not to know.
There's a World Cup winner in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a World Cup
World Cup
player.
player.
Yeah, there's a World
You
Cup
got-
You
winner.
got the
Playing with-
British record transfer
playing with
player in there as well.
You got the Ecuadorian
playing with
Busquets.
3 nuts, okay?
Leonard, I'm not gonna sit here and take any of this bullshit, bro.
You cannot take.
What I will say is
put it like this, okay? The names that I read out just now for the injury has been out the whole season.
No.
Okay? We've been playing with
Not a goal
half
palmer.
a squad. We've
Yeah.
been playing with half a
Leonard,
squad.
you know you don't
okay?
come on this show that
That's what I
much,
mean?
you know.
Yeah.
Every time you come here, do you really want to talk about the same thing?
What do you mean? I don't talk about the same thing. I'm just telling you.
Anyways,
Winning 5-0.
Anyways.
I just want to say,
prone.
I just want to say, Nicholas Jackson is the worst striker I've ever
Oh
seen.
my gosh.
Like Liverpool, like
Okay,
Harvin
here's
gives
the
so
thing
much. Harvin gives so much shit about Darwin Nunes,
but
right?
Jackson is.
But damn, Nicholas Jackson is so bad,
That's a
man.
no-go,
I
bro.
think we are being too harsh on Jackson.
Okay.
Dude, you're better off with Michael Jackson.
Because, okay, mainly because he was...
And he's dead.
And he's Michael Jackson beat it, bro.
He was brought in as an understudy for Nkunku, but when Nkunku picked up an
They're not the
injury-
same position.
Bro, what are you
Nkunku
talking
is
about?
not number 9.
Okay, then who's going to be Chelsea striker?
That is your problem. Kavin
There
was
you go.
here week 1 telling you guys should sign a
There you
striker.
go.
Kavin knows it. That Todd Bowley didn't.
There you go. He was
That's
not
your
brought in-
problem.
He was not brought in to be our number 1 striker. He had to take up that spot when was left, right? So, what do you expect?
So even if
and
he
you
was
paid him, and you paid 20 million for this guy, and what do you
is
want
he
from
actually
him?
20 million fact check?
yeah,
I don't
can
believe it,
Graham?
huh?
I think. Sorry, 35.
35.
Okay,
You keep
35
reducing the number every time you read it out. huh?
Rocket value.
million. So, to me, I don't think we should put too much on him because he's like 22 years old. We can't expect anything unless his name is Erling Haaland. Yeah.
Kai Havertz,
How old? 30 years old. 30 years old.
fine,
The
that's
reason that you guys are thinking Havertz is a lot better because of comparing him
Because
to
he
Chelsea.
is a lot better.
Comparing him to Chelsea. If he came from Leverkusen, like when he came from Leverkusen to Chelsea, you're gonna call him shit also. What? Because if he was from Leverkusen to Arsenal, it's gonna be like that.
What the fuck are you? What are you saying, bro?
In Leverkusen, he was so much better.
He was a wonder kid.
Bro, he was great in he was good in Leverkusen.
No, he was
and
not
then,
good.
And then he was shit
He
at
was not
Chelsea.
good. Yeah.
And then now he's great at Arsenal. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So are
So
you
what happened there?
What is the point of this argument?
I don't
You
know,
don't
man. I
understand.
don't know what road
The
Leonard is
reason-
bringing
the
us
reason
down
that
right now.
You're saying that Havertz is a lot better is because he was shit at Chelsea. So of course he's going to be better.
No,
at this
you know that
No
he
one-
has the same number
Okay.
of non-penalty goals as Cole Palmer, your
he
player of the season.
Huh?
He has the same number of non-penalty goals as Cole Palmer. What are you talking
fair-
about? They're not comparing to
Okay.
Jackson.
No, wait, hold on.
I think Cole Palmer has 20 goals, right?
No, but
This
non-penalty
season?
goals,
Yeah, I know he has
11,
20
yeah.
goals in the season. I think only 5 of them are non-penalty, right? Like
Yo.
everything else is penalties.
11.
No, but I think what Leonard is saying is, correct me if I'm wrong here, Leonard,
You're
right?
comparing
No,
to the wrong-
correct me if I'm wrong here. What you're saying is that we are only saying Harvinth is good
Yeah.
because we got him when he was
Shit.
shit.
Yes.
Holy fuck. Okay.
Yes.
That's the
Yes.
premise, okay.
Yes.
Well, okay, look, but the point is he was shit at Chelsea.
Yes.
He was.
So it's not the fact
Okay,
that
bro.
we got
He
him.
won,
okay.
he won you guys a Champions League, bro. He won you guys a Champions League, bro.
Yeah,
Kyle,
he
but,
did. He did win.
Yeah, just use the argument, bro. That's the argument they don't have an answer to. You got Champions League. They don't have. That's it. Move on.
They don't have. Yeah.
All right, let's come. Liverpool.
Oh
We
my
won 4-2
goodness.
against Manchester United legends.
Oh.
Gabriel Cisse scored a hat. Nah, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even watch it because
He was at the Battle of the Reds.
I was at Battle of the Reds in the car, traffic jam. I saw the first goal. Fuck this lah. I just walked
It's
to the
quite
stadium.
sad watching Liverpool.
You're talking about the West Ham game,
feel
right?
like
Yeah,
this.
the West Ham game.
Feel
Yeah,
like this.
Yeah.
Because it's expected
but
more
again,
out of them.
Yeah, it's not that we played super bad. I mean, we did what we were supposed to. We
From
had
a Chelsea fan, I expected more from a Liverpool.
we had you know 70.
I wanted them to win the league.
Hey, let him talk.
I wanted them to
bro.
win the league.
I did too.
I wanted them to win the league. What the fuck happened, man?
I don't know,
I have
man.
to deal with this fucking not London derby clubs.
That's why we came back for a minute, you know, making it 2-1. Gakpo with a very, very lucky goal. Maybe some questionable refereeing. We should have caused the penalty. But I thought the spirit was so low even when we were leading. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I thought like there were only a handful of
Do you think
players.
something happened after the
Let's-
Atlanta game? Atlanta, right?
Atalanta,
I mean,
yeah.
we lost lah. We
Let's-
lost
Yeah,
the
yeah.
game,
No,
lah.
like
Mood
after that,
booster.
did it damage them so badly that this is happening now?
I honestly to like really analyze it, I won't lie, that draw against United really
Yeah.
like
No, I think it goes
slashed it.
further than that.
Yeah,
I think it's
we-
the loss against United that threw you guys off. Like,
Yeah,
shit.
maybe the FA Cup, right?
Yeah.
That probably the catalyst, right?
Maybe
but,
y'all were thinking like, how could Chelsea beat United, but you
not
could
us. Yeah. So
that could also be a factor.
I don't know. I really thought this season was going to be much better than this, and to see it crumble so quickly with a few games left is very
I feel
sad.
sad.
And to top it all off, our beloved Mo Salah decides to have a fucking argument with Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, I think
Nobody-
let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
That was very weird.
That being said, I also just shout out Robertson. I thought he was like captain material. But anyways,
No, but before we segue into the
Salah.
heated topic of Mohamed Salah and you know how he did what he did with Jurgen Klopp, I think you know to really analyze where Liverpool are at right now, right? You know, you guys were, I think, a week ago, right? A week ago, you guys were still in the
very
title
much
race,
still in
right?
the
It
heat
was
of it
Man
all,
City, Arsenal, and Liverpool, right? And then in a span of 2 games, right? Everton losing 2-0, and then
that
West
was
Ham
fucking
drawing
crazy.
2-2.
That was fucking
Now
crazy,
you
man.
guys are apparently and supposedly out of the title
honestly,
race, right?
it's. I mean, lose or win, Liverpool
They,
till I die.
they
But
still
we
could win
yeah.
it if both teams lose everything.
But that's like
Yeah, but we watch football, right?
Yeah, that's we watch football.
And the thing is, right, is that you know the
They're not
biggest
Chelsea. Yeah.
the biggest thing here is that is Jurgen Klopp's last season.
Yeah.
So what I feel the table should actually talk about right now is it is actually almost impossible for any caliber of manager in the EPL to have before you say anything, let me say my piece first because I think I know what you're going to say.
No,
but
I don't even know your question.
Okay, so basically, it's not a question, but basically what I'm saying is it's quite impossible for any caliber of manager in EPL to have a proper send-off, right? As in, you know, hey, I'm retiring this season, I'm going to win you a trophy. The only manager that I can think of
Mourinho.
is Sir Alex Ferguson, bro.
Saf.
Sir Alex Ferguson saw City win the title and he said, you know what? I'm not going to retire. I'm going to have one more season. Let me pick that Dutch guy from North London. And then after that, they win the 20th, right? The 20th, right? The 20th cup. And then after that, that's when he bowed out. That is a perfect fairy tale last season. Arsene Wenger had a terrible last season, right?
Last few seasons,
Yeah,
actually.
right? Even players like Mourinho,
Most
managers
of
like...
Chelsea's manager actually.
Oh, your managers are all bought out,
No,
bro.
yeah.
All your managers are paid the millions to leave the club.
we win the trophy this season. The next season they will get sacked.
Right. Hold
It's a
on.
proper send
No,
off.
no, but I said this. I said this during. I said this during the KL podcast. Podcast.
But fast.
The KL podcast. It's very rare do you see any manager, not just in the Premier League, any manager get exit through the front door.
Yeah.
right? So like you think about Chelsea and their last few managers, right? Tuchel, Potter. I can't remember.
Lampard.
I can't remember. Maybe like
Potter, because Potter didn't win anything.
yeah, exactly lah. Point is, they didn't win anything. They were unceremoniously dismissed.
Let go,
Wenger.
Yep.
You look
Emery.
at United.
Yep.
Yeah, you look at United with Van Gaal, Mourinho, Oli, Moyes, probably Ten Hag.
Yep.
You look at even Liverpool before Klopp. You look at Rodgers, Hodgson, everyone. They were just sacked for poor performance, right? But that's how it is nowadays, right? Performance runs things, right? Results runs things. Never.
Not really. You don't see that with Arsenal. You don't win anything and still keep Arteta for like 10 seasons.
10 seasons. All right. Let me just.
Point is, very rarely is the decision left at a manager's hands. They says, you know what, I'm out. So Klopp thought he could do that. And chances are when he leaves Liverpool, you're not gonna think ill of Klopp, right? You're not gonna think
never.
Which is why I would like to shoot that question to you, Adam, as the resident Liverpool fan here on the table.
Okay.
What's your sentiment like now with 3 games left to go? You're out of the title race. Klopp's last season. And then can you please, paint a little picture on that altercation between Mohamed Salah and Jurgen Klopp?
I will just say this, I've been a Liverpool fan for many, many years, and I vividly remember the days of Kenny Dalglish, Roy Hodgson,
How old are you?
Brendan Rodgers. I'm 24. But hey, 24.
You watch them play.
Yeah, 24 years, man. Hey, so but honestly, like if you ask me, before the season started, would I take third
and a Carabao Cup?
And a Carabao Cup? 1,000,000% yes. It's the expectation that got us. The expectation that all of it was...
Really? It's Harvinth lah and his fucking quadruple.
I thought we were going to win a quadruple. I was like, quadruple on, of course, man. And people forget, we were 2 seasons ago, we were also quadruple and then we ended up with 2 out of 4, right? We lost Champions League final and we lost the league to City by 1,000,000 points, 97, 98, whatever, right? So... I have to give Klopp his flowers. He turned Ricky Lambert, Fabio Borini, Andre Wisdom into...
Wait, Ricky Lambert was in the squad when Klopp took over.
Yeah.
Madness.
Danny Ings, who fair play, shout out, good striker obviously, but those guys to some of the best football I've ever seen. Mane, Firmino, Salah.
So he came to Liverpool just to transition the team.
I mean, obviously the plan was to win a couple titles, but
I can't wait for the comments.
We had the fucking... gigantic Man City who just towered us every single season, And the only time we won it was 99 points. That's what it took. That's what it takes to win a Prem against Klopp. Against Pep, sorry.
Yeah, when Klopp first, I think, made it public that he was going to leave, right? I think it was the way he did it as well. He also said, I'm running out of energy. Initially, it felt like it was going to be the fairy tale send-off. I mean, running all the memories that he had to do.
Of course.
But, I think that the thing of what he said about running out of energy, you kind of reflected on Liverpool performances so far.
Right now, right? That's a good way to put it.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
And with the Arne Slot, rumors and him being very public about
congrats. Congrats on your new manager, by the way.
I think he will slot in very well.
Okay. Okay.
But I think...
Saw that coming from a mile away.
I think it's poetic, right? That your title race, if this is the end of your title race... was ended by Liverpool and Manchester United. I just think it's poetic.
By Liverpool and Manchester United?
Yeah.
The
draw with United.
The draw, the FA Cup.
Which, I think stumbled them a bit. And the Everton loss.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think it's...
So
okay, No, it is. United and Everton, you mean, right?
Yeah. So obviously...
Do you all think that Liverpool would still be the same next season once Klopp leave?
No. You know why? You know why? You know why they won't be the same? Because Mo Salah is going to fucking leave the club.
Okay. Come on. Dude, what's the goss, bro?
He's going to stay because Klopp...
Shout out to Harvinth with...
Okay. So, honestly... Again, with Salah, it's always been that how do you find the balance between holy fuck, he's so good every goal, every season.
I think he should get out. That's why Chelsea got rid of him. I think he's a cancer in the team.
Maybe we've been so aware that he's always had problems with money. That wasn't really a secret. You could see it, right? Okay, look, I appreciate. Again, Salah's been the king for every single season, 20 plus goals and all that. But my issue with him is always the standards need to be higher. You asked for to be the highest paid player in the Premier League or second or third or whatever. You got it. You want a contract extension, you got it. I'm pretty sure they had to make that decision, Mane or me, and then Mane had to go and all that. So
Wrong
the standards need to be higher always when it comes to Salah. And look, I don't mind passion. I don't mind getting frustrated. It happens. We're human and all that. But my issue is, where was this passion against the United game when you are missing chances in front of the goal? And
what is it passion though?
so
If
you want to say,
where do you draw the lines between passion and petulance?
Maybe you guys
for
can.
Example,
this one,
right?
it's always, this is clear to Salah's attitude lah. If you want to be like, fuck you lah, Klopp, like you never want to start me and all that, show the same behavior when you are playing. When have you ever seen him?
Was that the case? Was it because he didn't start and
apparently so. Apparently it was just because
very unhappy.
Klopp wanted to give him a hug. Apparently that's all what it is. Klopp wanted to give him a hug, and he was like,
because you know, you look at that interaction and it was very shocking, right?
So,
and then you watch videos and replays of it on Twitter and you're like, wow, this is actually really quite bad. And then you look at the post-game comments, right? Where Salah just goes straight up and says,
if I say what
if
I'll
I say anything,
fuck
it's going to be
you,
fire.
I mean,
or something like that. You know?
No, but at the end of the game, I think Klopp went to every player, gave them a hug,
except
Mo Salah.
So of course, he's 3 games left. Who the fuck? Well, I don't give a fuck about.
I feel like
Salah. He made his
been-
intentions known. His fuck you, Klopp.
Yeah.
The player that signed him from Roma at the time.
I have
and
a conspiracy
And
theory.
it's damn messed up though, because like the reason that he feels confident doing this is because he knows next season Klopp is not going to
Klopp
be there.
is gone, and he knows that
Klopp is not going to be there.
stay here.
There won't be any problem for him.
I think what's happening is, right, Klopp and Salah, this is all just a play. It's all engineered.
So this is your conspiracy
Yeah,
theory.
it's conspiracy theory. Because they don't want to talk about how Liverpool's out of the title race. So they all the talk about Salah.
No, can I just say something? You say that was the most ridiculous thing that I've ever heard you say,
I know.
right? And then that was the only time where Leonard's like, Leonard's just like, you are right. You are right.
It's infectious.
Honestly, to like Liverpool fans, I don't know. Maybe you guys think otherwise, but I think Salah is. I mean, obviously we're in that age where player supremacy is a thing. If a player says fuck this manager, this one and all that, but he's still a manager, man.
Okay, no, that's true.
You need to respect the manager.
That's true. And then Graham, our producer, just texted something that is actually quite eye-opening as well.
Right.
Maybe Klopp asked him to fake an injury during AFCON and promise him a title, but now they are not winning. So now Salah is angry.
Yeah, because Salah should have fucking scored against Man United lah. What the fuck? It's not Klopp's fault. Klopp's not fucking playing football. You are, motherfucker. Score a fucking goal, man.
Okay,
seriously, what the
but you know,
relived through that.
but ultimately, I feel that it is, you know, very. It's bittersweet for me because as a football fan, it's sad for me to see a manager like Klopp and what he's achieved, because I really respect with what Jurgen Klopp has done at Liverpool, with the means that he's had, the resources that he's had, and he absolutely changed it. Won the Champions League, won every single cup.
Won every single cup once.
Won every single cup once. And
Except
to
Europa.
Except for Europa.
Which
the one that got away.
Which we won got away.
Yeah, but I just feel that it's sad as a football fan to see his tenure at Liverpool, a legendary club, end like this, right?
Yeah,
but then at the same time, as an Arsenal fan, obviously I am.
Can we just go
I'm
back
happy.
to? Can we just go back to Leonard's question?
Yeah.
Because I think it's a good question, right? Like,
shit.
do you think
Say that again?
Liverpool?
Right? Do you think Liverpool?
Do you think Liverpool? Do you think Klopp has left Liverpool in a bad state, or like, you know, will they be better next season?
Definitely.
I feel.
Let me just answer that real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Given that what happened last season, we shouldn't even be competing for a title race.
Okay.
That is the truth. We 5 midfielders, first team midfielders gone. Mane gone. That was last 2 seasons. But yeah, you can say Mane is gone. Firmino's gone and all that. We shouldn't be in this position last season. He did whatever he could, and to be a Nunes mistake away, a Salah open goal away, a Gakpo, a Diaz miss away from winning a title. He did everything he could. That is the truth.
Which is a very good point, right? Because you talk about the 5 midfielders you've lost. You have now replaced that with, you know, Gravenberch,
Szoboszlai,
McAllister. You got players like Bradley
Endo.
coming in.
Yeah.
Endo is a good buy, even though he's
Old.
30. You know, you got your front line is still pretty decent, right? You know, I still am a fan of Darwin Núñez. You know? But and, you know, so the reason why I say this is an interesting talking point is because for me, one of the things that I will always hold against Alex Ferguson, right, is that when he left United,
The shit.
he left United in a pretty bad state.
The shit
There was
state.
nothing for the future.
Yeah.
Right? He left nothing for the future.
Same as what is happening at Liverpool.
Yeah. So no, it's not.
Not really.
No, it's not. It's not.
No, it's different.
So
There's still a lot of young players.
They're building blocks. I'm not saying that Liverpool next season they're going to win the title. No, I'm not. Right? But there's enough to work with. You know, if Arne Slot, you know, hits the ground running, if he gets the Ange push or the De Zerbi push, right? No, there's no telling what this Liverpool
That is-
side.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude.
Klopp founded people I had never even heard of. Kwanzaa this season, Bradley this season. He's going to leave with some building blocks.
I think to answer that question, right, Leonard, great
No, we're
question.
talking about next season, you know.
we're talking about
Which-
next season, and I
which
think
it's a possibility of them ending up as how before Klopp arrived.
Yes,
No,
of
it's true.
course.
But then you
Yeah.
listen to what Moyat inputted just now, right? About, you know, the analogy, the story in regards to Ferguson's last season. It is true. He had the best team in the season, right? He had the best striker of that season in Robin Van Persie, won the 20th. But then Moyes came in and technically inherited just a bunch of oldies.
guys.
Yeah. Just a bunch of oldies.
You have Van Persie who was at 32, Rooney was approaching 30. You
Yeah.
had Vidic
Fletcher.
Ferdinand, you had Fletcher.
Yeah, you
I mean,
know.
yes, you had young players like Kagawa and Nani and
Yeah.
Cleverley was
Kagawa.
doing well at the time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know,
But-
these aren't like the players. You know, you don't think of like title winning,
Which is not the case with Liverpool right now, because technically, like you just brought up, right, Adam, there are young players that have been slowly injected into the season, right, for
Jadon
Liverpool.
Danns as well, yeah.
All those guys. And honestly, at the end of the day, you look at how, you know, you guys are third right now, right? Technically out of the title race, right? But that's a tired Klopp.
Yeah.
You see? That's a tired Klopp. That's a Klopp
That's
who
a-
literally
that's a-
went,
yeah, a
who
tired
went into
Klopp.
public and released a video of him just saying, I am
tired, bro."
so tired. I don't think I can do this. Everything's going to be half-assed. Next thing you know, he's still third. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine this.
Again, only a couple. We honestly, we had a little Salah going to AFCON. We had an injury crisis at one point. We were short
Boring a
of
U
like
team.
5, 6, 7, 8 first team players and all that. So we should, granted, we fucked up against United, probably started it all, but if we should have been out of it technically before that, with all the situation that was going on in the club.
You know, a situation that I'm not going to rule out.
Okay.
You guys have Arne Slot for a year or two. Maybe it
He
doesn't
sucks
work out.
and Xabi Alonso comes in.
No. And then Klopp comes back.
What? No.
Conspiracy
Imagine that.
theories
No,
today.
Revitalized.
This isn't a conspiracy theory,
like
right?
Mourinho, right?
He
In
doesn't
Chelsea?
have a plan. He just wants to rest.
Yeah, it's the
Right?
rest thing, yeah.
And then at the end of the day, let's just say Xabi,
Wait, what-
right?
what-
Let's just take Xabi Alonso, right? He's won with Leverkusen this year. Let's just say he wins again next year. He's not going to move.
Yeah.
He's not going to move. You
Or
know?
he goes to Real Madrid.
Or he goes
Yeah.
to maybe Real Madrid or Bayern, right? Because he's managed those teams before and those teams are good, right?
Do you all not-
But you talk about Klopp, he doesn't have a real plan. He just wants to take a break.
No, do you
If-
not think he wants to go and take over Germany?
I think it's a possibility.
Right.
But Nagelsmann just
I
signed a
don't
3-year
see
contract,
that
right?
happening.
England
I
manager.
think Nagelsmann is probably going back to
Oh,
Bayern.
Jurgen Klopp.
No. That's interesting. Because
I think Nagelsmann is going back to Bayern.
Nagelsmann is going to coach Germany through to the World Cup in 2026. The Bayern job, fun fact, front runner for the Bayern job after Thomas Tuchel is Ralf Rangnick.
I saw that.
Yeah, but okay.
Not really a fun
yeah.
fact. Like, you keep saying fun fact, you know, but then they're not that fun.
So
actually.
No,
just
sorry
to maybe
lah.
ask a question.
I'm not as fun as Leonard, right?
I got
I'm
this
trying.
question asked at me. I got this question asked at me just randomly and all that.
Damn.
But if you guys are Liverpool fans, do you think now looking back, do you think Klopp should have announced that he was leaving mid of the season, or do you think he should have just kept it quiet?
I think it's immaterial.
You think so?
It doesn't have any effect.
I
Yeah.
think that might have been a distraction. Knowing how the media works in England,
Yeah.
I think the moment you start losing or dropping a few points in, then the narrative becomes
That's
this.
true.
Yeah, but
That's
that's
true.
That's
As a
from the
Liv- as a
media.
Liverpool
you know.
fan, as a
Yeah.
Liverpool fan,
As a Liverpool fan.
right?
As
I
in, he
think-
is a Liverpool
So
fan.
he has to say
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
As a Liverpool fan, I feel like if Klopp's job is not done, he should turn his decision, just like how Xavi did at Barcelona. Because Xavi probably thought that, oh shit, I'm going to win the league.
I think almost season
And then
Klopp with
he
this
go
thing, he
fuck
might
it up
kill
and all.
himself.
He
He can't.
Yeah.
And
He
you know
really
how
looks
Liverpool is, Liverpool is like up and down and up and down. You know,
It'll
like
be, it'll be interesting though if Klopp decides to reverse his decision. Then after that, you'll see Salah getting fucked.
But yeah, I know.
Just for the sake of it, you know.
Yeah, in conclusion,
imagine if the day after the Everton game, Klopp just came out and said, "No, I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving. I'm not tired anymore. Salah's gonna get it.
But yeah, no, shout out Klopp. Obviously, he turned Liverpool around back to his glory days. And if it wasn't for City,
all right, goodbye, Klopp.
Yeah, goodbye, Klopp.
Goodbye, Klopp.
But
he's
moving on.
so deserving of at least one more.
Okay, before we move on from Liverpool, right?
Okay.
You guys have Spurs up next, and then Aston Villa, and then Wolverhampton, which is
Tough.
a grueling last 3 games.
Really
tough.
What do you think, Adam, as a Liverpool fan, that your results are going to be? How many points do you think you're going to get out of the 9?
It's a good question, honestly. And I can't give an answer based off what I feel. Like, oh my god, we're gonna come back. I just have to
based on
this
what you
off
know,
the last
what you see.
the last few games. I won't be surprised if we come with one point, man. I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised.
No, I completely understand.
Momentum as
Then
well.
bear in
form
mind,
as well, right?
I want to win the fucking title, obviously, but just based off, couldn't be against Everton.
1 point.
I mean, if you guys get 1
Couldn't
point
beat West Ham.
and
Couldn't
Villa
beat Crystal
win
Palace.
The last 3
Couldn't
games.
beat-
the last 3 games,
Cannot,
they overtake you. No,
Cannot
Yeah,
be
but
that.
obviously, I'm always rooting. Maybe they can show some Klopp last 3 games. Let's go out for the manager.
Yeah.
Give him
Yeah.
his flowers.
Like,
Let's
don't
Plus
not
blood.
what Gerrard, what happened to Gerrard.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
He's still
6-1,
still-
6-1 to fucking Stoke, whatever. Yeah, 6-1, bro. He scored.
6-1. Oh yeah, he scored.
He scored.
Charity goals. Like, go ahead.
Before we move to Chelsea, right? Because I really want to get
Wait,
into
why are we going
Chelsea.
back to Chelsea?
We have to.
Again?
No, we have to because Chelsea play against Aston Villa, which is
They called attention.
which is Aston Villa
This
is
was a good
playing
result.
against the false
No,
spot.
I think
called
we
attention.
spoke about Chelsea and we're moving forward already.
Before we go to Chelsea, right, I just want to say that watching that Liverpool West Ham game, right, it just made me really realize that you guys miss Roberto Firmino so bad.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like I
I
feel
think-
like
I think Mane- I think
I
Mane
miss
is-
no, I feel that
I think Mane is the one they miss the most.
I feel that out of that front 3, right?
Torres the most.
Yeah.
Firmino, Mane is the one that.
Speaking of Fernando Torres, who's an ex-Chelsea player, let's get into Chelsea.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
where he won the Champions League.
So what's up, man?
The
What
Europa
happened?
League.
What game did you have? And then what was the score?
We played a game. It was a top 4 battle, you know.
Top 4 battle.
Yeah,
You really,
against
yeah?
Aston Villa, right?
Okay.
Really,
Yeah, betul, yeah. Aston Villa, yeah.
I'm speaking facts, right?
Yeah, correct.
We went down 2-0 at halftime, and then Pochettino finally, got his head out of his ass and decided, you know what, let's go and attack. So we went to a back 3, and I think that formation worked because we actually came back 2 goals. The last goal is debatable. So is the first one where Jackson scored. You know, so I just feel like we have been unlucky with VAR as well as the referee. After City's game, we just gave up. What we are doing now is sort of like we don't want to play good football anymore, to just show people that VAR has been affecting us badly.
That's
Okay,
conspiracy.
understand.
Stop
Understand.
playing good football.
So, we don't want to lose, but we'll just go and try and do what we can, because there's no point of playing anymore. The next 3 games we win, we won't get top 4, and I hope we don't get into Europa League as well.
Conference League is a
Mainly-
possibility.
Even in the Conference League, mainly because I don't want to be like 8 or 9 in 2 different leagues. Right? So I'll take 1 league. I think that's good enough. I think for now we should just forget about the whole Premier League
Forget about it.
and focus more on the Euros upcoming.
The Euro.
Yeah, we should.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Thanks, Leonard.
Who's Chelsea playing in the Euros?
Thanks, Leonard. Thanks, Leonard. Okay, I want to
Our
go.
players need to move
I want us.
on,
I
you know?
want us to go from one pointless result to another pointless result,
Yeah.
which is
Okay.
Manchester United
Are we-
versus
are we
Burnley.
really gonna do this?
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
come on, just give us a quick
Nah.
rundown. What's the score, bro? What was the score?
it was
Manchester United was
Okay,
Burnley.
it was 1-1. I don't think. Okay, so United are a very weird team.
I agree.
We didn't say it. You said
They,
it.
they're a
agree.
very
I
weird
agree.
team because like some days they can be okay.
Yeah.
Another days they can be really bad.
There's another word for that,
Some-
right? Inconsistent.
No, but this game is very hard for me to gauge because when I look at the way they played, the way they moved the ball around, they weren't that bad. No, I got like hands up,
Okay,
right? I can be very critical about United, but I'll give credit when it's due. I mean, they moved around the ball very well. I think Bruno has had a good week, from Sheffield to the Burnley game. I think Bruno has had a decent week, but we're just not finishing our dinner.
Yeah.
And then when we do get a chance, the defense shuts off. And, we can talk about the Onana mistake, and it was a mistake. And I think eventually, all things considered, Onana did cost us the game. And we were having a very heated discussion about this in the group, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Or rather, us against Calvin.
Us against
Yeah, so
Calvin.
like just
Calvin loves the Onana right now.
just like a general Onana stat on the game, right? He made like 6 saves and 2 of them were potentially game
That is
winning.
good, you know. Yeah,
right?
that is good.
He had a decent game, right? The problem I had with Onana was is that when he conceded the penalty, he made the same mistake he's made twice this season.
Yeah.
He knows
Which is almost kill a person.
Yeah, he knows he knows he cannot punch
Straight
out
through
the
the
ball,
man.
right?
Yeah.
And then he just punches the guy.
Yeah.
Right? It's happened before and he does it again and it's a clear penalty. And unfortunately that cost us the game, right?
The mistake was so weird. Like the ball was already played.
Yeah.
Dude,
He
it was
knew
it was
and-
it was
and-
a
he
And
just
if
knew.
he missed the ball, right?
it was a
He
carbon
missed the
carbon
ball.
copy of the Wolverhampton.
Correct.
Yeah.
So he missed the ball and the chance didn't go anywhere. So that's indicative of the fact that he didn't need to do it,
Yeah,
right?
the defender was right there. Yeah.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, that caused a mistake. The only mitigating circumstance is that Casemiro shouldn't have put him in that position.
Yeah.
Right? It was a very bad header.
Yeah.
Casemiro has been ass, and I was very glad to hear that Saudi is very interested in buying him. So fingers crossed that happens.
Casemiro's clearance attempt of a clearance, right?
Yeah, that was horrible,
What do you think
right?
about Anthony? First
So-
goal this season.
Oh,
First goal this
okay.
season.
Long time.
90 million.
Anthony-
That random Sonic
Was it his
Hedgehog
first?
like
Yeah.
celebration.
Yeah.
I don't know how long he's kept that Sonic Hedgehog doll there. Like how long has it been there?
9 months. 9 months. 9 months. My wife is pregnant. I finally can tell you all this.
Gave birth already, bro.
It's
Gave birth.
Anthony is a very frustrating player, right? You saw that he likes to do these tricks and flicks. There was one chance in the first half where the ball was coming. He could have chested it down, maybe take a shot, pass it forwards. He went and passed it with his back because Bissaka was behind them.
Because he thought it was
overlapping
Ronaldo.
run, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, you don't like keep it simple. Like play the game, right?
To that-
And I think that one of the most frustrating things, and not just to Anthony, Garnacho had a good game, but it was also very frustrating because Anthony had 8 shots, right? Anthony had 8 shots, Garnacho had 6, Højlund had 0. Right? Højlund had 0, he had 4 touches in the box, right? And when I think about this, right, I ask myself this question. What is this Manchester United team good at?
Yep.
Right? As a team.
What's the
right?
identity?
As a
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want to use
I
the word identity. Wait, pause. I don't want to use the word identity. I want to talk about ability, right? As a team, right?
But then your identity is defined by your ability though.
No, but you have to have the ability first,
They're-
right?
they're quite
so like
good.
for example,
Yeah, chicken or the egg. Yeah.
Arsenal is a good team when it comes to set pieces.
Yep.
But I wouldn't identify you guys as a set piece team.
Okay,
right?
fair enough.
True.
Okay.
True.
Liverpool, very good on the transition, but I wouldn't classify them as a counter-attacking
Not
team,
anim-
right?
not
They are
anymore
just, they are just
Okay, relax, relax.
teams that are just
anymore,
like
not anymore.
very good at a particular, like a specific set of skills,
Yep.
right? As a
Yep.
team, right?
Yep.
But United isn't because we have hodgepodge of players trying to do their own thing or not working together or not having a clear goal in mind, right?
Jack of all trades, master of none in a way.
Not even Jack. They're like a 5 of hearts.
Yeah.
5 of clubs, probably,
Nice,
right?
nice.
Right? But basically what I'm trying to say is that, you have Anthony,
Yeah.
you have Anthony and you have Garnacho, and then you also have Højlund. You spend 70 million pounds on Højlund, right?
Yep.
But you're not
Give him
using
the fucking
him.
ball, man. Give him the ball, man.
You're not using him as a number 9, right?
Yeah,
He
United
doesn't-
is good at losing.
He
United
does-
is good at losing. Yeah.
You know what they're good at? You know
I know,
what
I know,
they're
I know,
good
I know.
at?
Yeah.
Giving away
Abusing.
penalties.
Giving away penalties.
Abusing.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Relax, man. Relax, come on, man.
But yeah, no, I saw
but
this
no,
stat.
okay,
I saw
okay,
the-
yeah,
before-
yeah,
before-
yeah.
I saw this
Yeah.
stat that said the person that gave Højlund the ball the most was Onana.
Yes.
That is
That's
mental.
hilarious.
man. That's
Crazy.
mental.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
and
mental to
it's
hear,
weird
man.
because
That's
that's,
mental to
not the
hear, man.
role you want Højlund to play.
That's
He's
not the role Onana's supposed to play too.
Yeah. No, I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to give it to Højlund, hold it up, and then play your forwards in. But let's be real.
He can
That's not what Højlund was brought in for.
That's like a target man
Yes,
slash like
that's
stoke
not what
bottom half of the table
No.
kind of play.
Okay,
Makes
so now
sense,
what did Ten Hag have to say after the game? Because we've been quite invested in what Ten Hag says, post games.
toxic
Yeah, we have
positivity,
been.
bro.
Yeah. So what did he say? Because I didn't really catch his conference. Did he say anything interesting? What did he say?
Okay, so I think the most jarring thing that he said is
Oh, Charing.
that we are one of the most entertaining and dominant.
Oh, I saw that. No, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then the stats
Wow.
came up and then he were nowhere close, right?
Yeah.
In terms of chances
He said
created
that,
and just
he said
the
that.
XG.
Entertaining
Yeah,
to laugh at,
entertaining.
right? Yeah,
He always says that, though. I know, but I understand the point of like, what else is he going to say?
Yeah,
What else is he going to say?
but
But there's a sense of
say
like,
nothing.
like delusion about it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you have to say, okay, things you're working on, you know, just be pragmatic about it, right?
Yeah.
But
I
he's
think-
painting this very strange picture about
It is.
United.
I think Ten Hag comes out with his quotes. You know, have y'all play FIFA manager mode, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so you press finger.
The option to say something. This was one of the options that came out.
And he's always trying to be the morale booster one, right? You know, like
Just don't say that.
The thing about Ten Hag right now is I just feel like he's just saying.
Would you give him
things-
another season?
What did you
okay,
say lah? He said
okay. Let me qualify this, right?
Yeah.
Ideal world, if the decision was on Moyat the fan, right, and I didn't have to
Now
care
you're the
about
owner. You're the owner of Manchester United.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't have to care about other externalities, right? Let's just say I was the only United fan in the world. I will give Ten Hag another season, right? But if I were Ineos right now, and I look at how divided the fan base is, right, and how their entire push right now is to start afresh, build a new structure and whatnot, right? I just think there's too much toxicity in the fan base to maintain Ten Hag.
Yeah.
I just think that right now, in the minds of whether it be Jason Wilcox or Jim Ratcliffe or Barada, I just simply think that they think, you know what, let's just start afresh, because even those backing Ten Hag will still back whatever manager we put in, right? You like, let's be real, right? I don't think Southgate will be a good United manager, right?
no.
But if you
Fuck
put him,
no.
if you put him as Manchester United manager, I'm not gonna come in on the show and say, "Oh, I hope United lose." No, I'm still gonna back him, right?
Yeah.
I'm still gonna back him
'Cause
as a
you're a
manager.
United fan, yeah.
But if Ten Hag continues as a manager into next season, the people who don't want Ten Hag are still gonna say Ten Hag out.
So
and
what-
that's the division that we
you know,
can't
it's
afford to have right now.
interesting because right now I look at how things are right now with United, right, and
Yeah.
specifically about the division of the fans right
Yeah.
now that you just brought up.
Yeah.
Dave, I don't know if you'll agree with me on this.
Very
right, but
similar to Arsenal.
Yes, I feel that
Wenger out.
I feel that Ten Hag's tenure now is
Very
actually
similar to
very
Arteta.
reminiscent to not Arteta,
Wenger out.
to Wenger.
Wenger out.
Wenger's out
Because
towards the end, right?
the division, because it's not only just the division of fans, but it's the division of players as well.
Yeah.
And also the lack of identity as well. Because let's be honest, towards the end of Wenger ball, right? He did lose the heart a bit, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then only then when Wenger left, then Emery came in, and Emery inherited a fan base that was so divided,
Yeah.
Toxic.
and he didn't last,
Yeah.
but he was needed. Because
Yeah.
then he helped to establish the foundation for Arteta to come in.
Yeah.
And he came into a place where the structure was like Raul
So-
Sanelli and like, all those people leaving
So
as
right now
well,
I
so-
feel that it's funny how it's quite similar, that Ten Hag's tenure now is actually quite similar to where Wenger's tenure was at the last season.
But you see,
mean-
the reason why I think it's much more dire is because the division, the United fan base, it's not just from Ten Hag. You're still adopting a lot of legacy problems from even as far as Moyes, right?
Yeah.
And I think the point right now is if I was the owner of Manchester United, it is a total reset that I want to implement right now, right? Even when it comes to players, you know, because I have to be real. You know, you see a lot of these videos about bench, keep, sell, right? And everyone's saying you should sell like 10 United players and whatnot. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. And even if you did do that, it doesn't mean that next season we're just... You can't sell Rashford and bring Mbappe, for example, right?
Yep.
You can't sell Rashford, bring Mbappe, and immediately think that United are going to win. You can't, right? So it has to be a very sustainable approach. You have to look at it from a completely like macro point of view and says, look, who can we afford to lose? How do we... What's the most important thing right now? Structure is one thing, but also continuous backing of the fans, fan engagement, making sure that everyone's on the same page, making sure the fans buy into your ideology and identity. That is where, you know, we can start building together as a football club. It's not going to be next season. You know, Ten Hag said something like, we're not going to, even if we had everyone available, we're not going to challenge for the Premier League, you know, next season, right?
Yeah.
Again, I think that's very harsh to say. And it's not something you should say. It's probably true. Like every United fan probably thinks it as well, but you don't see it. Right?
Okay, before we
Wait, before
move,
that though,
Yeah.
sorry, just to add in, Tyrell Malakia spotting in 1 year's time since he
started working out, right?
started
He
working
was
out.
spotted,
He
right?
drove him,
it was him, right? It wasn't
spotted.
like
he wasn't the
some
dead body
deep
found.
fake stuff or
He
whatever,
wasn't
right?
the dead body they found at the training ground. Tyrell Malakia is
gosh,
back,
man.
baby. Let's go. He's back and he's buff, bro.
All right. Never mind.
That's all for United. Now we are divided when we go against each other in a game called
Okay, I named this game ABC, but maybe you guys have a better name for it.
Man.
Okay, but how we do?
He doesn't know how to name games, man.
Harvin doesn't know the name as well. We name players from left to right until
Okay, give it to us. Give it to us. What's the game,
so
bro?
all we do, we start with the letter A from me. All right, then we'll go
A, B,
like
C,
this,
D, E.
and then we come back like this. That's the order. But
Okay.
what we do is when it's A,
players.
we all name players that first name A or last name A.
Okay.
Right? So it's A.
No,
A,
it has
A,
to be
A,
the first. Has to be the full name.
Or A, B, or A, B, C, D, F.
It has to be the full name, guys. It
It has to be the full
Full
name.
name.
If
Full
this
name.
one-
It has to be the full
Wait, so
name.
that means it's the first name. The letter has to be the
Yes,
first
it
name.
has to be the
Like
first
what
name.
the
Because it
first
doesn't make
name?
sense. Because like, for example, if I say Anderson, right, as the last name, how many billion Andersons
No,
are there in
but you have to
football?
say the full name.
Yeah,
You have to say
exactly,
full name,
lah.
but not but
Like
like
what they show
you
in
accept,
passports.
But you accept the first and last
Like
name.
what they
Meaning
show in
like if it's A,
Producer?
if
Yeah.
if it's-
Except
Okay.
first and last lah.
Okay,
Except
okay.
first and last.
Fine.
So okay, we'll start
yeah,
with- we'll start
fine,
with
fine.
A, B, C, D, E, F.
Okay,
G,
let's go.
H.
Let's go.
But no. If you can't get it in 10 seconds, you're out.
Okay.
Let's go.
5 seconds.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Alberto Aquilani.
Bukayo Saka.
Cazola.
Santi Cazorla, bro.
Full name.
But
Santi
Can't say Santi Cazola.
Yeah,
Yeah,
full
Santi
name.
Nick Soboslai.
Wait,
Eberechi
isn't that
Eze.
S then? Santi Cazorla?
No, but then you
Last
can.
name also can.
Yeah, last name also can.
Sorry,
Yeah.
right?
Eberechi Eze.
Fernando Torres.
Quinton, you start.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Fernando Torres, go.
G.
G. Graham Potter.
What the hell? No, man.
9, 8.
What? Oh yeah, that's you. That's you.
6,
5.
Guardado.
Okay.
That's Guardado.
Mexico.
Full name. He's out.
Guardado da Silva.
He's out. Okay, what am I? I'm H, right? I'm H, right?
G.
G.
Mario Gomez.
Mario
Gomez.
Erling Haaland.
What letter?
I.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, go Aspas.
Jermaine Defoe. J.
Yeah, J. And then after that is K. Kieran Tierney.
KL. Ricky Lambert.
What?
Ricky Lambert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mario Götze.
Neymar Dos Santos. That's his name, right? Neymar.
Yeah. Neymar Junior.
Martin Odegaard.
No, it's
Come on, man.
OP. Jermaine Pennant.
Ricardo Quaresma.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Luis Suarez.
ST. Florent Thauvin.
Uloa.
Yes.
Yeah. Wait, but needs
What's his
full
full name?
name.
Yeah, what's his full name?
Oh,
Give his full name.
10.
What's his full name?
9.
Unku Idris. No.
7.
Loa.
6.
Loa.
5.
Oh my gosh.
4.
Okay.
Come on, represent, bro.
You.
3.
Bro.
2.
You're giving time to Adam.
1. Okay.
Rafael Van der Vaart.
Hey, you.
Leonardo Ulloa.
Is it Leonardo?
Leonardo, right?
Ulu.
V.
Come on, man.
V. Virgil van Dijk. Yeah.
V. What's after V?
W.
Kawaka.
Oh, okay. Xabi Alonso. He's a player. Former.
Yeah.
Y, right? No, it's Y, right?
Y.
Ashley Young.
Z. Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Good job.
Okay,
Yeah.
tell us in the comments or on Instagram what the losers of this game have to do. What's their punishment? And the losers are Leonard and unfortunately Div. Come on, man. I had such high hopes for you, man. Yeah.
You is
But-
tough one. I stole yours. So.
But good
It's a
game,
true
nice
tough one.
game. Thank you so much to everybody's here and thank you so much to the fans out there. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Please click like, subscribe, everything, all of that. Bye-bye, guys. Comment everything. Bye-bye, guys.
Guys.
Bye.